Hey everyone, it's Rob Golfi here with REMAX, the Golfi team. I've got Conrad Zurini here with REMAX, Escarpment REMAX, Niagara, broker owner, great mentor, great teacher, great motivator. You guys got to listen to him talk.
Thank you,
and also
Rob.
we
Thank
got
you.
Brian Hogben here, Mission 35 Mortgages, great mortgage broker, and he's got a large team that runs a mortgage team. And if you're looking for any mortgages, he's the guy to talk
and the
to.
best set of pipes in Southern Ontario.
And he's in great shape.
A mortgage broker.
And he's got in great shape. I should have worn
Look
my
at the
muscle
abs
shirt.
and pipes there.
Oh, you know what? It's your turn right now. Check this out. I'm down and out.
Oh,
I got
calves?
some food on. I
what
broke my ankle.
Pushing it to the limit, eh?
I know.
There you go.
I'm limping around now.
You're not
There you
invincible,
go.
man.
There you go. Are you playing Spider-Man around the city or what? What's going on? Jumping building to building?
You'll see in about a week. Right?
Rambo? Are we doing more Rambo or no? More Rambo?
You'll see.
That's it.
I can't. There's clues. There'll be clues.
That's
there we go.
That's
Let's
it.
do
So before we were just getting on this podcast, we were talking about mortgages, Brian, that people are kind of gearing up to maybe refinancing now just because of the holiday season and the new year coming. Like what's happening? Like what's going on with the mortgage situation?
I think it's like a tale of two stories as well, too. I think leading up into Christmas, that's one thing, too. But again, there's more renewals coming up now.
Yep.
Like we talked about the renewal storm at the beginning of 2025, but coming up in Q1 of 2026, even now, because there's been pauses in the market, people are starting to look at that renewal sooner. So we're seeing a tremendous amount of refinances. Our refinance business is up well over 30% this year.
Wow.
Because it's not just the seasonality of it. I think it's because of 2021 and 2020, those 5-year fixed are coming to an end, and people are being a lot more vigilant about looking at that renewal. They're not waiting until 30 days before, 60 days before. They're looking at it 6 months before and 7 months before. And not only that, lenders are extremely aggressive on that renewal right now too. Lenders are sending out notices 6 months before and urging.
They don't want to lose that business. If it's a good client, they're paying their mortgage on time all the time. They don't want to lose that client to somebody else.
And this is important for people to know. The most profit that a bank makes is on the renewal, because they don't have to, if they can renew that mortgage, they've got so much spread in there. They don't have to pay a mortgage broker like me. They don't have to pay an underwriter. They don't have to pay for marketing. They don't have to pay nothing.
Right.
So they are very, very aggressive on that. And people, if you're in a good spot, you should know that you do have a lot of leverage. So,
30, like a minimum, again, I've seen it, minimum 30 basis points, I would say, right? In and around that 30 basis points, right? Don't you think? Like that's the spread between if you go to a new bank and if you stay with your existing.
Right.
Oh,
So there is a cost. Yeah, there is
50?
a cost.
Yeah.
I've seen 50.
Wow.
Well, because you got to think, like, to pay someone a salary, an underwriter is going to make 60, 70, 80,000 bucks a year, maybe more. You got to pay a commission to a mortgage broker, origination fees. You cut that all out of the deal. All of a sudden, you're left with a lot more margin to play with. So the lenders, they want to renew that deal. They don't want to touch it. They just want to get on the phone. What do you want? 4, 399, 395? Sure.
Boom. Done.
Cool.
Done. So one other question before we go on to the next thing is the next announcement for mortgages. When is it?
Next Wednesday.
Yeah,
Wednesday. Is that?
The Fed also. The Federal Reserve is also. This is like, there's very few times it's the same day. So that's going to be an interesting, the tale of two countries when we see that. So the U.S. is also.
I wonder if they're going to announce it after the U.S. or.
I think Fed's going down a quarter for sure. No,
a quarter. I'm going to guess the Fed goes down 50 basis points.
Oh, is that right? Yeah. You think we'll go down 50 basis points ourselves here?
I don't think so.
No, I said U.S.
The U.S. Yeah.
Well, look, I follow the Oracle of Omaha, and he bought $750 million of Lennar, which is a big construction company. He bought big new home construction, one of the biggest, because there's only 7 big ones in the U.S. Warren Buffett just bought almost $1 billion of stock, shed his Apple stock and bought this. It's going to be interesting. So he must be talking to the Fed because he knows something's going to happen, right? Like I tell you, you're going to see this. You're going to see you're going to see this period of declining rates in the U.S. and and it's going to mean something great for housing. Right?
Housing starts are going to start back up again.
That crazy. They'll start the building spur then in the States. You feel like as well too.
I think so. I think it will. Yeah.
They need to get things rolling because we're so far behind, especially in this country. So the one thing is why? Okay, BrokerBay. BrokerBay is a program that most real estate boards use. Am I correct, Conrad?
Yes, that's correct. Yeah, it's an appointment setting program. Yes.
Appointment setting program. And now on there, who set the 30-minute appointment segment in there? Like why is it that once we set something up, like when a realtor books an appointment, he's only got 30 minutes to get there within that 30 minutes. And if he's showing 7 houses, it is difficult to track, to do that. Like, why haven't they changed that to 60 minutes like it was before?
Because a big company. So it used to be a local guy who was a really nice guy. We helped him a lot out. We built this thing, all brokerages together, built it with him. And then now it's sold to big business. These guys don't respond. And, look, I think there should be, we've been asking them, look, let the agent, let the homeowner agent, in consultation decide what that space should be. And we've talked about it on this show so many times. Now you can do conditions now. It's a greater buying environment, but we still kept this old COVID. You're only allowed 30 minutes in the house, and then I got a call and say I'm going to be late. Like it's tough. So I don't know what we've been trying, but they're it's owned by a big company now, so they don't really care about us.
So why don't we start up another company? Why don't we start it up?
Believe it or not, I'm working with my team that's doing Deal Track, and yes, we are talking about an appointment. A more flexible appointment setting program. Yeah.
Let's get rid of these guys and teach them a lesson. Say, listen, go with what the realtors need, not what you guys just can,
build some flexibility into it, right?
Yeah. It is frustrating for 30-minute showings. I mean, but what does it count? Does it count? You have to be there within that 30-minute time slot, or you only got 30 minutes in that time slot?
You got 30 minutes in the time slot. So it means that, So you got to really gauge your time. It means you got to be if it's 20 at that, whatever, 129 and you're up to 130, you better be in that house.
You know what I used to do? Let's say I was booking 5 homes. So let's say it started at 1:00. The first house between 1 and 2. The second house, I would show it between 1:30 and 2:30.
Yeah.
And so because some houses you're going to be in and out quick, and some you're going to stay a long time. So let's say 5 houses, I probably would book maybe 2.5, 3 hours, right? Like the most, And you overlap it so that you met
you're covered.
You're covered. But now it's just brutal. That 30-minute coverage, is brutal. But so anyway, guys, here's what's happening also with realtors. Now, we're seeing more and more realtors listing homes below market value, expecting buyers to bid up $100,000 more. And even after the home sits on the market for 30, 40, 60 days, the asking price is still far below what the seller really wants. It's frustrating for buyers, and some say it's downright unethical. Now, holding offers for the first week is one thing, but dragging it out months later is another. So is this smart strategy or misleading practice? Like there was a house on the market and it's listed at $799, and one of our agents called and they said they want over $900 for it. And it's been on the market close to 90 days. What kind of crap is that? First of all, you're going to get the guy that's pre-approved up to $800 or $850. That is looking at that house. He's going to fall in love because he thinks it's a great price. And then all of a sudden, they submit their offer and all of a sudden they find out, they want over 900. And, he's looking at it. He says, great price, 90 days on the market. Okay. Now as an experienced realtor, you have to go there and look at it and think, okay, what's wrong with this house at this price? Because it's been on the market 90 days. Like, are we seeing a lot of that, or is that more GTA?
Yeah, no, it's coming because people are kind of, and I think it's a balance between the maybe the listing agent trying to show, look, this is pure market conditions. We got 2-3 offers, 2 people want your home, 3 people, and we got 3 offers coming at the same time at the same price. So sometimes it's a tool to get the seller down to, something reasonable, right? Let's just say, because the agent didn't do their job and show them this is what's happening in the market, and your price should be within this range, and you have more of an opportunity to sell. Your price per square foot is here. Everybody else is here. Like you gotta go through it, but everybody just wants to get that listing and run out of the place. So the tool in the toolbox they use. But I will tell you what's interesting is if you think about it, and I love this thing. I love this topic because I love what's happening with prices over right now in August. 17% of the properties in Hamilton went over list. 17% in August. Back in February of 2024, it was 24%. In May, it was 28%, and we weren't doing this a lot. So is it working? Not really, because that wasn't being done a year ago. But and August 2025, it's 14%. July was 14%. So nothing's happened. It's been the last couple months. It hasn't moved the needle. Doesn't mean we're getting like 110% of asking. It's still within that 102, 104%. Yeah. Like it's very minimal. But does anybody want to guess it? I'll let Brian in on this. What do you think it was in the height? You got to tell me the time when it was 91% of the listings went over list. What was the month and year? What was the month? 91. Can you imagine virtually every house went over list. 91%.
Okay, can I guess 2 months? What are you going to say? I'm going to guess.
I was going to say August or September 2021.
No, I'm going to say it's either February of 2022 or March of 2022.
Oh, yeah?
Winner, chicken dinner.
But listen to how fast the market went. So February, it was 91%, virtually 100%. And in August 2022, you know what it was? 17%.
Wow. Yeah. Oh, it dropped because the market dropped in 2022.
Yeah, same year.
In the second half.
And we're only sitting at 14% today.
Are you able to get the stats in the first quarter of 1990?
Oh God.
What? Every time we switch programs, we went from
I know it's
Win IDS
I used to
and
be
all
able
these.
to answer that, but I got to see. I don't know.
It's tough. I'm curious to see how, because the market dropped in 1990. Am I correct?
Yes, you're right. Yeah.
Like it was like a light switch went off. Now it's a little different. Like it's almost like a repeat in 2022. Now 2017 we almost had that, but we recovered pretty quick in 2017. Like remember people bought in early 2017. They thought they overpaid, but within 2 years they were back on track. Yeah.
Well, some people identified the date. It was like March 23rd of 1990. So it was like. Yeah, it was March.
Was it March when the light switch just boom?
Completely like died. I was part of a think tank, and they were saying that they identified that was the day when it just turned.
Wow.
And some people are thinking in these think tanks, thinking that this, what happened in new construction at that point could be what we're going to see in new construction today. Like we might see this period of quietness for more than a decade.
A few years. Yeah. Well, the market, like if you looked at the stats on the Hamilton board, right? It showed 1990, the average price was like, I don't know, 160, 164. And then 1999, it was like 167,000. It just flatlined for the whole decade almost. Oh my God. I don't think we're going to experience that, or do you think we could? I don't think it'll be that long. I think I still feel 2027, and maybe the second half of 26, things are going to start really picking up. Like
I think the supply.
And then we're going to start seeing the buyers coming in and saying, okay, like there's a big difference from 1990, that decade of the 90s versus now. The interest rates were crazy, but obviously housing prices were cheaper, but still it was expensive to buy a house.
Yeah, no, you're right. I think you're right.
Come way back into line too. It's probably one of the best times in the past 5 years now. Right now, the way that property values have come down, rates have come down. So if you're sitting on the sideline now and you've been waiting, like to your point, that's why I don't think the competition works as well today, is because you've got skeptical buyers. So if I'm a skeptical buyer, there's no friggin' way I'm going in and not putting in my condition of financing, my condition appraisal. If I've been waiting a year or two, no thank you. I'll go look at all the other ones that are for sale that I can go put in my conditions and purchase with certainty.
Yeah.
So
we saw this actually last week. We saw an influx of, so now we went from like 8-9 showings per listing to about 14. So to your point, Brian, now we're seeing more people entering the market. Yeah. They're really knowledgeable about the product, like really knowledgeable, much more than they were in the 90s. You got to remember, right?
Big time.
They're so much more knowledgeable now. And now we got new entrants coming in, and they're going to say, hey, wait a minute, I got option B and C, unless it's a total unicorn. You know what I mean? And I really want that, not the location, or when I want to be in like Tuck School District in Burlington or whatever it might be. I get it. But other than that, no, we're seeing people saying, look, I got options. And they're not going aggressive as they used to. I got plan B. So, yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, I'll tell you, the buyer today knows the market better than the realtor. They do, because they're the ones that are watching. They're the ones with the money. They know that market better. So, like, you really got to know your stuff when you're dealing with a buyer. That's for sure. Because
it's beholden. Yeah, it's beholden on us. Like, look, and you know too, Brian. I call it democratization of data and information. It's beholden on us professionals. How do we rise to that occasion that we're with this free information everywhere? How do we rise to that occasion, become these real consultants and help people make decisions and help them along in this thing? Before we were the gatekeepers, but now it's out there, and where's our value prop? So every day that's what keeps me up at night.
I agree. I think it's a lot with asking the right questions. The best professionals, I find, ask the best questions, because how do you sort through all the data, right? And don't BS people, right? Like, I think, you guys, Rob, you're the best at it with teaching people. But other agents out there, if you're just going to BS the information, your clients know. Same with mortgage brokers. You got to know your shit, but then also ask the questions that they're not thinking of. And I think that ends up separating the professionals.
That's all. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, guys, thank you so much.
Let's bet. What are we going to bet? 25 basis points. Come on. We're next week.
The U.S.
Canada. What do you think?
Brian thinks they're not going to drop at all.
No, I'm taking the 25 base point. I'm taking the 25. I think 25 base point drop. Bank of Canada, 25 base point drop. I'll put.
What do you think? What do you think, Conrad? What do you think?
I don't know. I think they. Do you think they got spooked with the August employment numbers? I don't know.
That's two in a row, though. That's like 2 in a row.
They need to stimulate. They need to stimulate.
106,000 jobs now. Like that's two.
Yeah. Okay. I'm with you. Let's go 25 basis points down.
I'll agree. I'll go with that. And then if it happens next week, we'll talk about. We'll say it's my idea.
You nailed it, Rob. You nailed it like usual. That's awesome.
That's it. Anyway. Hey, listen, I'm sorry I didn't get the memo with the black T-shirts today. Next time. Anyway, guys, thanks a lot, and we'll catch you next week.
Ciao, Rob. Thanks.